Good morning, everybody. My name is Mike at Filmboy24. If you are new to my channel, I primarily shoot movie film, sometimes 35mm still film, sometimes 120 still film, but not very often. My passion lies in movie film, 16mm, 8mm, and my first love, Super 8mm movie film. Today, we're going to talk about this roll of film that I shot in this camera on auto mode and processed it as a negative. That's right, I am talking about my lovely Canon 1014XL-S Super 8 movie camera. Now, I have 3 of these cameras, and they all sort of have their own little quirks, and I can't really remember which one has which quirks. So I decided to take this particular one out and give it a test run. What I wanted to try to accomplish this time was to take this roll, well, not this roll because this is a new unopened roll, but to take a roll just like this one, and shoot it and process it. This is a reversal film, a black and white reversal film. They still make this film and it's still available. This is an older cartridge in their old package design. And I wanted to shoot it in this 1014 XLS, but I'm processing it as a negative. And when you do that, when you process a reversal black and white film as a negative, you need to sort of open up your aperture a couple of stops when you're shooting. Kodak recommends that. So what I wanted to try this time was to shoot it in auto, but to actually just use this, there's a little exposure compensation knob over here. It's very similar to the backlight compensation button that comes on a lot of these old cameras, mainly with the cameras with a lot less features. What it does is it overexposes or underexposes your film. It's this little knob, this little dial right here. I'll give you a close-up. And you turn it here, and it allows you to overexpose in increments, little increments, up to 1 stop, or underexpose up to 1 stop. So I kind of wanted to see if I simply overexposed by 1 stop, meaning I didn't have to fumble with the manual exposure in this camera, which makes life a little bit easier. I want to see if when I process at a negative, it would that it would come out still. So that's exactly what I did. So what I shot this film, set this down. I just loaded this and shot this. It's already exposed. It's right here. It's been processed and scanned. You'll see it in 1 second. Settle down. So I just shot it in my backyard. The squirrels and trees and hornet's nest or wasp nest. And just a few little goofy things, my dog, in the backyard. I processed it in HC110B, and if you've watched my channel for any length of time at all, you know that's my go-to developing chemical. I did it for 7 minutes at about 67.5 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I just simply stopped it in cold tap water for a couple of minutes and fixed it in regular Kodak powder fixer for about 7 minutes. Hung the film to dry, scanned it on my RetroScan Universal Mark I unit in 2K, rendered it out as an uncompressed MOV file. That's what you're going to see here in just a second. Now, once again, if you know me or know my channel and what I do, I enjoy shooting film, processing film, and scanning film myself. I've been told before, well, you probably should just send it off, have it professionally processed, professionally scanned. Well, I definitely would do that if I were shooting something of any importance or of great value, or shooting a feature film, or one day, or anything that was outside of the scope of experimenting or just having fun. Because this, like I said in my last video, this is my golf game. This is my hobby. This is what I enjoy doing for fun. I feel good about standing in my kitchen and processing the film myself. I feel really good about scanning it myself and showing you my mediocre results. So without a whole lot more of what you guys are used to, yeah, babbling, rambling, let me show you the results of my test. Here they are. So there you have it. Now, this camera, I'm now realizing, it kind of sort of jumped the film a little bit, or shutter fluttered a little bit. Shutter fluttered. Where the film sort of flutters in the shutter. I don't know why that happened. I did zoom in on the film before I showed it to you to sort of alleviate a little bit of that. Let me show you a very quick clip of exactly what I'm talking about, where the film sort of jumps around in the gate a little bit sometimes in these cameras. This one, it appeared to do so more than some others. So let me show you a very quick 5-second clip of what I mean. See how the film now I stabilized the film in DaVinci Resolve, so I know it's not a result of the processing or anything else. It's definitely the camera that was making it. You know, these aren't a perfect science. This is simply a little plastic springy pressure plate gate thingy. Well, that would, I guess, be your pressure plate. So you're bound to get some shutter flutter from time to time. Well, I did with this camera. I have 2 others. I'm going to experiment with those next and see if I get sort of the same result. I have a bunch of this old stock. So I'm going to do some other experiments with my other 2 1014XL-S's. One of them, I don't know if you can see me, is right behind me there on the shelf. And the other one's in its case. So I'll let you know the results of that. Maybe I'll make a video on those other 2 as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do like videos like this, consider subscribing. There's a button. Well, it's not really a button. It's just a picture. But right here, look, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the results. If you use a 10-4, I know Frank uses this. Frank, you love these, and so do I. If you use one of these cameras, let me know what kind of results you get. Frank gets fantastic results from his Frank Decessory. And by the way, if you've never seen any of Frank's work, check out his, he has a blog, and he also has a little company, Oscar Films, or Oscar. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Frank, maybe you'll correct me. I'll put a link to his site down in the description so you can check it out. He's a longtime supporter of this channel, a friend of mine. And check out his work. He does use these 1014XL-S cameras, and he uses them well. At any rate, do me a favor, if you would. See it up here? It's right there. Tap the like button for me. And until the very next time that I bring about some more film, some more cameras, and some more fun, I'll see every single one of you on the very next go-around.